for joining me today for our VA Spotlight, where we speak with some of the most amazing rockstar virtual assistants that I know. I'm Amber McClure, founder of Live Free Virtual Services, also known as the Business Matchmaker. Before we start, please go in and like and subscribe to our page so that you can learn more about all the tips and tricks and best ways to utilize your virtual assistant. As a founder of a virtual assistant agency, it's really important to me that I empower and showcase the skills and talents that our virtual assistants have. And today I'm able to share one of the most amazing VAs. Her name is Paula. She's exceptional, and we've been working together for a long time now. Thank you, Paula, for joining me today. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Amber, for inviting me and sharing the Live Free pathway and the experience of working with you.
It's definitely been an experience. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Paula, will you share your experience as a virtual assistant? Like how did it start for you?
Well, it started for me when I sent an application via Facebook, because most of the time I try to submit application via different platforms, but luckily someone responded to my there's I think the first time that we met is that you posted a short script in Facebook, then I responded, and you responded, then that's it. And
Yes.
ever since that one is just the experience is so easy, and so
You're so good at it.
the process is very shortcut, unlike other agencies that are very tedious in their hiring process. But when you said that you're going to try and have a call with me, then I present my what do you call this? I present my portfolio and you like it, then well, that's a match.
And here we are. And it was perfect because I remember looking for someone to help me with Zoho, right? Setting
Yeah.
up the account and working on the automation. And you've been with me ever since. Being a virtual assistant is not easy. There's a lot of times that are challenging. What would you say is, how do you manage those challenging times as a virtual assistant?
Well, the first thing that my challenges for being a virtual assistant is I have a lot of things on my mind, and I would like to test it also, because as a virtual assistant, I would like also to upskill my skill set. So, continuous improvement. And that's one of my motto. And with Live Free, it helped me validate some ideas. Like, for example, one of my profession is really here is that I'm an industry engineer. So what we do is we develop processes. And I never thought that I could bring that skill set with me with LFDS and confirm that that can be a skill set that we can offer. So that's one challenge, or that's one challenge that was solved, because on my end as a virtual assistant is that this is my skill, can I offer this one? Is this marketable, or do people really need this service? Well, when we have our first client with the process development, and that validates everything. So okay, so one step, and then the second challenge, of course, is time management, because of course our time differences is different. So we need to. The good thing with LFES is that we set the schedule and we set the time, and we adhere to that and we follow that one, so that we're able to manage multiple clients at a time. And the good thing with LFVS is that they give us the flexibility to choose our time and work within the scope, because some of being a virtual assistant, sometimes you need to listen to your body, and my body says that I can only work on a certain, and I can work being productive on a certain period of time. So we need to adjust within that time. So the good thing with Elvis that they gave us the flexibility to work on that, and work on an output basis, and ensuring that the client is happy with the output that we have. Unlike for being very teacher suites, very strict with the time. So I think that's the thing that I like with LFBS, because it helped me solve the challenges that am having problem when I'm entering the industry. And then the third thing is that I like the clients that we have, because they do understand and they realize that they need to have, assistance to their processes before they're able to have their own um, VA that will work for them in long time. So what we do is we lay out the foundation, and it's it's mm, it's it's a good thing, because you talk to a lot of clients from different industries, and you need to be very attentive to what's their processes and the business models are, because each businesses are very unique. So I think that's all.
They are. No, and I know we've dealt with several different industries, and each time they have a different system or a different
Yeah.
process that they're using, or a different idea. And to be able to, I'm always amazed with how you can listen to what they're saying they're doing in their business, and you can turn it into a flow chart, right? Of exactly what needs to happen first, then what happens second. It just amazes me every time. What would you say is your definition of a virtual assistant, an effective virtual assistant?
Well, for me, is my definition is that if you're able to help your client and they're happy with the result, that's it. That's why they call you the assistant. You're the right hand man or left hand person with the business, providing them with a different insight aside from what they're thinking, so that they can they can make a proper decision in their business. So that's for me is an effective virtual assistant, able to share your thought and able to help your client with the business, so that you can scale and you can grow, and more cash that will flow to the business.
Love that. I love that you said, that your client's happy, right?
Yeah.
Because it really comes back to them. We work hard, and we want to do things perfect, but we need to make sure the client's happy. And every time you've always made them happy. I love it. It's just been great. It's been a great experience. Thank you, Paula, for jumping on with me. It's such a pleasure to have you on and share you with everyone, so they can see how amazing you are. I can never, when I look at you go through and put everything into a systematic process in detail, I'm amazed every time. I wish my brain worked like that, but that's why everyone's different, right? We have to find the right person for the right job. And I love working with you. Thank you for doing that and being on with us today. I appreciate you.
Okay. Thank you, Amber. Thank you for having me here, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to work with LFBS.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right.